name's Miranda, and today I'm here to react to the trailer for the new Dimension 20 D&D season, which is called Mice and Murder. I am super pumped for this because I am planning, the goal is to finally get my Dropout account so I can watch this every week when it comes out, and this will be the first season that I have watched as it comes out, and I'm super excited for that just because I, like all the other ones, I've just been catching up on YouTube, which is awesome because you can watch them all at once, but obviously like stories feel different when you have to wait a week in between to get every single one. So I think it'll be really interesting and really fun, and I'm super excited. They just wrapped up Unsleeping City Part 2, so going with the trend, I'm assuming that this is going to be some guest stars and stuff, because usually they switch from like having the regular cast to then a guest cast. This will also actually be the first one I've watched live or otherwise that's going to be filmed from home, because I know they do the setup now where they film from home, and I know they've gotten a bit better at it, because I know like the first couple like was everyone obviously adjusting and being like, how the heck are we going to handle this, but it really looks very professional now. But it's going to be interesting, I think, and weird, but like not necessarily bad, just to like not have the players all together and stuff, you know? It's kind of like Critical Role but on another level, because Critical Role, they're there, they just can't interact or like, you know, touch each other or be near each other. They're completely separate, but I'm excited to see what it's about. Mice and Murder, my original assumptions are that it's going to be some kind of mice and men retelling, so maybe there will be mice characters or something like that, and I have no idea like what the setting will be, what the period will be, if this is a specific like one, but they always come up with the most interesting backstories and ideas, so I'm super excited to check it out. So let's see what Of Mice and Men is about. They'll mention it. Oh, I love that they can still have the playsets. That's cool. A weasel, okay. It looks steampunk-esque. Hey, he's in the studio. Oh, that's awesome. Tail, nice. I like it. Look at his hair. That is quarantine hair if I've ever seen it. He usually has it so short. Look at that. Allie! What was that accent? I loved it. Okay. Oh. That's not the same. Reka! I feel like I know Grant. The name sounds familiar. The Murder. It's a murder mystery. Yas, Queen. It's a murder mystery. That's freaking awesome. So is one of them going to turn out to be the murderer at the end? Oh. Romance. Nice. Nice. The whole thing, not half. It's Reka, of course. So one of them's not going to die, I would assume. That would be awful to kick him out right in the beginning. A murder freaking mystery? Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Mice and Murder, April 7th. Dude, I'm pumped. It looks so good. And the fact that Reka and Allie are going to be in it, I love them so much. Like, Allie is just a chaotic player. They embody what it means to be a chaotic player. And then Reka, like, I don't think she's played on a Dimension 20 thing, but I haven't watched like Pirates of the Leviathan and all that, but I don't think she's in that since Escape from Bloodkeep, and I absolutely loved her in that because she is also the definition of chaos in just like, Allie's like, if you like shake a bottle and then just like the explosion, that's what Allie is. Reka is more just like this calm storm that then all of a sudden just says something that blows your entire mind, and seeing them in a play together is going to be so freaking awesome. I'm so excited, guys. That looks amazing. I love the whole murder mystery aspect of it. They've never done, I mean, they've done kind of like a murder mystery solving, like in Fantasy High they were solving how to find these kidnapped girls and stuff, but they've never done like a for real murder mystery, and I Love those guys. I went to one back like pre-COVID, obviously, and I was the one that got to find the body, not gonna lie, and it was just so much fun, and I just love murder mysteries of like, I like when D&D things are like, you're trying to solve the mystery at the same time that the players are trying to solve the mystery, and this seems like that's what it's built for, you know? I am curious, like I said too, though, is it gonna be like one of the actual players themselves is the murderer? Because I think that would be so interesting and so intriguing that like you could fall in love with these characters and feel like you trust them, and then one of them is going to turn out to be bad. I have my money on right now, honestly, I'm going to tell you. If one of them does turn out to be the murderer, someone's got a fake accent then. Like, obviously they're all faking accents, but I mean, like, some character is gonna, like, act like they have a accent, and then it's gonna turn into something else when they get caught. But I just think it's so awesome. And the coolest part, too, was Brennan's back in the studio. I love that. I wasn't sure what was gonna happen with all that because College Humor and all that, they had to do, like, huge layoffs right when COVID started. And I actually think Rika and Allie both lost their, like, a lot of people lost their jobs, I know, but I think Reiko was definitely one of them. I saw posting about it. I just think it's awesome now because this kind of feels, one, like we're getting back to, like, you know, a kind of new, like, obviously it's not normal, I don't want to say, because, like, we can't go back to before, but we're getting back to kind of what we're used to, and I think that's awesome. And then we can also have, like, the sets and stuff that they can see. And I also like, I think one of the things that what I did see of like Pirates of Leviathan and Unsleeping City when I saw like the clips of them that I didn't like was the backgrounds just seemed kind of distracting to me. I think they got it better with Unsleeping City, but like it's just hard when it's like a green screen background to like perfectly outline someone's like hair and head and stuff, and it just kind of distracted me. So I think having Brennan at least have like a solid background that like isn't a green screen is going to be good for like my eyesight and my attention span. And then I also just like the calmness. I mean, maybe they'll change it, but just like having them in different colors, the players, I think that was nice and not distracting, and it made it look more clean and just kind of easy to manage and look at, so I liked that. But then it also makes me feel like hopefully they can go back. Like, I know obviously everything's going at a slow rate, which it should be, but I feel like maybe the next season, if this does take a few months, they could get back in the studio. I don't know. I don't know like what the restrictions are obviously and stuff. Like Critical Role does it, but Critical Role made a room that's literally like huge so they can all be 6 feet apart from each other at the same time. And I just feel like Dimension 20 obviously doesn't have the space for that. But I am excited to see him back in the studio because it just makes it feel more like, yeah, like we're getting close to like, you know, some of the best parts about D&D are when you roll a natural 20 and everyone just freaks out and like hugs you and stuff. Or, you know, everyone's like flipping the cameras off because everyone's just so mad. Like they play off each other so well. And I think that's one of my favorite parts of Dimension 20 is like seeing how they interact, and something I very well missed. But this one, like, definitely has the most feel of, like, okay, like, this is it. And I'm really, really excited for it and what it might be about. Like, I'm just a murder friggin' mystery, guys. I love those. Like, I love friggin' Agatha Christie and solving those and all that. So I am here for it. And also, like, we've seen what Brennan's created before. So, like, him creating a murder mystery, I'm terrified what his idea of a murder mystery is gonna be, you know? It's gonna be so cool, too, if it's, like, maybe like one night or something, like if the whole campaign takes place in a night or something. Like, I'm just so excited. Like, the setting looks so spooky and cool. This is the first campaign I've seen too where they're not all like humanoid characters, like they're all animals. Owl, there was a dog, there was some other things that I'm not great, a weasel. I'm not great at identifying animals, but I'm just so pumped. So if you've seen the trailer for this, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down in the comments. Also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and which player and character you're most looking forward to seeing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!